Go ahead. Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
What it do? My name's Kundawat's Mtonga. I'm a Zambian-born African artist that's bubbling up on the scene. I know you see me on the screens. A couple of the videos are out now. I've got my fourth video out on Channel O. Shout out to Channel O for the love that they've shown me from the beginning of my career. We're on Trace and we're on bass right now, making waves through Africa. And yeah, I just want to take off my shades for when I intro with my ID name. Okay, but right now we're about to get into the reason why we're here, and that's Dilaman Watts.
I will ever my life ever humiliate my own DNA.
So thanks for joining me on Behind the Music. I know why you're here. You're here to get into the head space, into the creative space, into the workspace. What is Dilaman Watts? Where does the concept come from? What is flatline music? And I'm just gonna break it down for you, like, you know what I'm saying. So I've been making music I've been professionally in the industry for like the last 4 years. My first track that came out was called Going Hard. I actually got a studio deal from Scope Music Productions, and that was the sponsor that actually facilitated the recording and the video shoot as well. So yeah, it's been a long time growing since then, from having a studio deal to actually having my own establishment and own label built. Which started to support my own career. Because I went to music school and I saw in music law and contracts, I saw how artists were getting taken advantage of and that kind of thing. And I was like, that's never gonna be me. Surely I can make something that supports my career and my passion for the arts and the love of music. So that's where the whole concept of flatline music comes. That's why the hashtag is the Music Lovers label. It comes from a real passion about music and a passion for the arts and everything that's included in actually making this whole package come together that we could deliver to you. And you see, that's the thing that I have in music, in rap, is that I'm very articulate.
Most of these niggas, command the language.
You know what I'm saying? We stretch the capacity of how far words can go.
Yeah.
With this rap music, you know. So why do I call myself Dilaman Watts? It's because I'm your #1 supplier. You know what I'm saying? I'm your supplier. So and I'm gonna keep on supplying you, and that's the whole concept of Dilaman Watts. I'm your #1 supplier. You know what I'm saying? I got you when it comes to good music and good entertainment. That's what flatline music is about. So flatline is the ship. Dilaman Watts is the captain of the ship. You know what I'm saying? I'm steering this thing to a better place for not only the artists around me, for the industry as a whole. We feel that like the only change we're going to see in this industry is the ones that we're going to make ourselves, and that's where the whole concept came from. So I was the first artist that released on flatline music, obviously, and through releasing Going Hard, my first project that made waves on Channel O. Shout out to Gabriella at Channel O for the mad love and being able to realize and actually see the quality of work from an artist that has never released and actually put it in a segment where it could compete with everything out there. So from there, I went into releasing my second project to TV, which was called Your Supplier. Yeah, Dilaman Watts, Your Supplier, holla. So and that was the second single that we released out. It didn't make as big waves, but I learned a lot about the industry through the process in terms of plugins and where you need to actually get your music so that it can actually get on high rotation and also make it onto other channels that actually play great African hip-hop or great African music as a whole. And through this whole thing, a lot of artists were looking at what I was doing, and I was interacting, and this is how I attracted talent towards flatline in regards to the label growing. So The next artist we signed was Candice Africa. I know you've seen her single Staying Alive making big waves, you know what I'm saying, throughout Africa. It's crazy, and that's EDM and it's house, so it's a different kind of sound, and it just shows you that we are the Music Lovers label. Because I then met one of the most exciting artists I've ever met in my life. Her name's Tiffany the Brand. She's so versatile and so creative, and her writing just inspires me. Her energy just inspires me. It was kind of like brought a new life into what Dilaman Watts is. And we got her on board. We pushed her first single, her first video channel on Channel O called Crown On. What an amazing video! Like I can imagine how the kids in Africa are going crazy over Tiffany the Brand. And the coolest thing about Tiffany joining the label is that her first single was featuring our last of the big 5 artists on Channel O, Hazardous X, man. And so she was featuring Hazard on Crown On. I mean, you can imagine how the whole of Africa is looking at both of them. And then Hazard, obviously, it was a natural fit to actually just to get him into the framework of what Flatline was. It's not like we were looking for artists to grow the catalog, but like when something fits, like a perfect fit, you got to go with it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Hazard was in terms of our top 5 artists. So he came through, he dropped a single last year called Pandemonium. I actually directed the video. We shot it here at Turn Up in the back studio, just like right over here. We're here at the Turn Up offices right now, and yeah, I'll explain a little bit more about Turn Up as we go along, as I start to show the business, or start to explain the business aspect of what Flatline has to offer from a publishing perspective, and our network and how we're all growing. So Pandemonium was the last ad that we had for last year, and we shot the video, and same thing, Channel O, mad love. Shout out to Gabriella for recognizing real work in the industry and putting it in places where it counts. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if we didn't get the recognition from the industry, and that's all of you guys out there that listen to what we do when we actually get into studio and work so hard and try and make a product that we truly believe in and push and hope that makes the impact in everybody's lives. And also music is life, so we're just trying to live life making really good music, and hoping that it helps you. I'm going to tell you about Flatline Music as a business. We focused on digital publishing to start off with, because as the industry's changing and my understanding for where things are going was, it's no point having like the normal record label approach to things when everything's going digital. So that's why digital publishing was the core of our business. But with the top 5 artists that I mentioned, we do a lot more than just digital distribution, because we have invested in their careers, and even in their sound and their aesthetics. Shout out to Stylist's own Flatline Music's only styler, you know what I'm saying? That's why we got swag on lean, holla. So yeah, so I mean, Flatline Music started as a digital distribution platform, and it was great because we could actually just offer a digital platform to make music accessible for artists that were working hard, and that's exactly how it started. But now with the artists that joined the label first, we've built a deep relationship in terms of artistry, and started to grow together and understand that network put us a cut above the rest. So we continued that whole journey, and through networking and partnerships and service providers, we've got to a place now where the industry recognizes what Flatline is. And we're actually chilling right now at Turn Up Music's offices. This is the head branch for Turn Up Music. I shot We Ride right here inside the studio. Shout out to Channel O, MTV Base, and Trace Africa. We shot the video right in here. I'm sure you guys think I'm joking, but that's what it is. We work hand in hand with Turn Up Music. Shout out to Indiana Harris, the Turn Up Boss, you know what I'm saying? So we work hand in hand with her, because what she does is plug in music, allows us to get into Vodacom ringtones and platforms like Jukes. I know you've heard of Jukes. Shout out to Jukes SA, and we love the work that they're doing. It's one of the last, it's like the last of a dying breed in terms of companies that are actually investing in up and coming talent, you know what I'm saying? The industry doesn't grow if we don't build it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Flatline is fundamentally here for, is plugging into the new platforms that are actually building artists and investing in artists and empowering independence and trying to make it sustainable for artists to work hard and actually be able to make a decent living and live a good life. You know what I'm saying? We all have goals and things that we'd like to achieve, and it's hard when you're not making no money. So at the end of the day, this is passion driven, but we understand that we need to be smart as a business to be able to support each other and grow and reach sustainability. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of our partnerships. The other major partnership we have is with Africori. It's the biggest aggregator in Africa right now, and we love their partnership, and it allows us to get music downloadable on an international basis. So I mean, with Turn Up and with Jukes, we're focusing on Africa, and with Africori, as much as we're also focusing on Africa, it gives us global access in terms of what our brand is and how far we want the reach to go. So it's important that we've been building these relationships as we've been growing, and obviously building the network and growing what our worth is to each of our service providers through building our catalog and our artist offering, and the quality of everything as it's been growing along over the years, I think is quite impeccable. So yeah, that's literally what the network is in a nutshell. And then obviously what we've done is we've separated the label. With the top 5 artists, they've got more of a full artist recording deal, and whereas we represent about 50 other artists where they're just using the publishing function. And obviously we do this so that we can see who's doing well from the publishing side, that we can pull up and actually start to reinforce and invest in and get to the next level. We just want to really see artists grow. If you're on Flatline Music and you're not growing, this ain't the place that you're supposed to be. I've been on Flatline myself for 4 years, and I monitor my own growth on the label, and if I wasn't satisfied, I'd also want to shut down. And I tell this to all the other artists. I tell this to Candace Africa. I tell this to Tiffany the brand. I tell this to Monopoly Boy. I tell this to Hazard. I'm like, look, if you're not growing every 3 months, if you're not looking back and saying that I'm growing as an artist, I'm growing as my influence is growing, my brand is growing, then Flatline is not the place for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's very much a progressive label. We want to be the music label of tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. This is Nas's It was written, and Tupac's intuition. B.I.G. with conviction, inscripted yet unscripted.
Yeah.
And I do it no restrictions, baby. You know what I'm saying? So this is Behind the Music. It's your boy Dilaman Watts, and I'm going to tell you about the music that I have out in rotation. Obviously you all know about my first track, Going Hard.
Diggity get down, cause I'm going hard. I never heard a dude sick that could rip these bars. Diggity get down, I'm going hard, hard. Diggity get down, cause I'm going hard. I never heard a dude sick that could rip these bars. Diggity get down, I'm going hard, hard. Diggity get down, diggity get down, diggity get down, diggity get down.
What is going hard to me? It's exactly what that word is. I fully believe in the concept, and that's why I wrote the song. It was about going hard as an artist, as an independent, as an African that wants to stand up and see collaborations happen from a music business perspective and an artist perspective. And that's exactly what the track did for me. It attracted the talent that I actually wanted to work with and collaborate with and actually build this whole label called Flatline Music with. So going hard is a concept for life for me, because it's something that I continue to do on a daily basis for Flatline Music. We're going to keep on going hard. We're going to keep on giving you the best kind of music that we can. Anything that we want to deliver from Flatline Music is about going hard. So I mean, it's become a concept for life in regards to how I approach life and how I see life. Everything is going hard.
Your dealt out cards, forget the past, though the memory's lost. 2 shots for the friends we lost, and 4 shots for the pain and loss. When they're gone, they're gone. We gotta get up and move on. Be strong, go the hardest that you ever gone. I bet that they gon' see it, homie. Only time can tell as it's unfolding like global warming, exposing, overloading what's happening.
My next track that hit the screens was called Your Supplier.
supplier. Mr. What's is a big fire. Keep on rapping till I retire. Puffing just to get high. Keep my life through the wire. I don't compensate.
This is a track that was built on the concept of what my name was, because Dilaman wants to keep on supplying you. You know what I'm saying? So it's Dilaman, what's your supplier? And that was the follow-up to Going Hard. And like it's a really deep hip-hop trappy song. And probably the first time I played with a little bit of that trap sound in that way. And visually, we try to bring it alive, trying to be a little bit more softer than what the trap feel was. And I think it was a good conjunction, even though the song didn't get as wide love as Going Hard. But you know, Channel O holds us down because we always give the quality. So I'm gonna keep on supplying, and that's what Your Supplier was all about. Is about supplying you guys with the best jams 24/0 100.
They wanna know why I rip these bars. I bet they wanna know D. I bet they wanna know Q. I bet they wondering who are you. SMP coming through. They wanna know why I go so hard. They wanna know why I rip these bars. I bet they wanna know D. I bet they wanna know Q. I bet they wonder who are you.
So the third track that I hit you with is called We Ride. You know?
Yeah. Low riding down Soweto side, sliding down hit computer sun drive. Yeah, we ride, yeah, we ride, yeah, we ride. And he was for the West Rand, baby.
Stand up, man up. I'ma be the man at this. Roll one, took one. If you got the cannabis, and I'm the
really West Coast style track. I'm really inspired by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and the whole West Coast flavor, and Ice Cube and that kind of thing. I really love the sound, and this is one track that probably depicts how much I love that sound. Using it in my own way and explaining about my situation. It's actually a track that I wrote about Soweto. Shout out to Sekumzi's Mad Love. Yeah, so it's a track I wrote about Soweto, and trying to make Soweto feel cool and be as cool as what it is, and the influence that it's got on the whole industry as a whole. The cool thing is, we shot this video here at Turn Up in the studio, like I said to you, and it was the first time that I actually got onto MTV Base and Trace. Channel O has been showing your boy love, and we keep it 100. That's why they get exclusives. But it was so cool to be able to break through onto different TV networks, and it was the one video that probably got noticed the most because it was rotating through all the channels. It was a video that made me know that I am here in the industry. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm just gonna keep on bringing you more of this. So we just ride, you know what I'm saying, and we keep on riding.
Catch me when I'm cruising through Soweto's like a usual place that we like cruising through. She said down my bucket and a booze, something like a Bruce Cruz with the barbecue. Ladies see a player when he cruising through. Hit chop pussy and kill it on the 1 and 2.
My fourth project that dropped was called It's Time, and that's exactly what I'm telling everybody.
So many people talking about me.
Yeah, they talk about me.
When the truth is, their opinion doesn't even matter.
Ain't shit, nigga.
Cause what's real to me is what's real, dog. I'm gangster cause I kept the trail. So Mr. B, hollered at that dog D and asked me to bring the realest heat. Independent and I've always been. Why compete? You live in the mission.
It's Dilaman, What's It's Time. The video just dropped on Channel O, MTV, Trace, making mad waves. What a visual. It's the best visual I've actually put together to this point. And I love how I've grown in the visual game. Also from the musical perspective, the lyrical content on that track and just the way it's put together.
Rose gold or smiles, I bet it's time. I bet it's time. I bet it's time. I bet it's time. Yeah, 100.
I bet it's time. Kill the game, more freestyles. Can't get that shit for free now unless it is a beatdown. Tell Mr. B we leaked out.
And I love the story of telling time, you know what I'm saying? I think time is the highest commodity in life, so we can't waste time, and you know we never waste time here at Flatline Music. So it's time. It's your boy Dilaman Watts. You better request the hottest stuff on TV. Holla for your boy Dilaman Watts and ask for It's Time. And if you want to see my latest track, But you know you can get me on all the social media links as well. You know what I'm saying? It's Dilaman Watts on Instagram. It's Dilaman Watts on Twitter. It's Dilaman Watts on Facebook. It's Dilaman Watts for life. You know what I'm saying? Get the YouTube page. Check me out. I got my own YouTube page. Dilaman Watts, you can check out all the videos. We've got the Flatline Music YouTube page where you can get all this behind the music footage and get into the lives of the artistry and what we're doing with this major movement. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on bringing them jams to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what our job is, and it's your job to tell us if you love it or not. So holla. OP, what you doing? Yeah, man. PGO. Live from the top of the game. Rain on the window pane. Watching hourglass as tomorrow fades. Are we still the same? Are we still awake? Live from the top of the game. Rain on the window pane. Watching hourglass as tomorrow fades. Are we still the same? Are we still awake? Hey, whoever thought that I would get this far? Whoever thought that I would be that star? Dropping bars, going hard, your supplier, they know the songs. And we ride, just got on. Live from the top, Trillers hip-hop. And Spark told me P loves to make them pop. Hot in the mixing pot, got it locked from the corner to the block. And I smoke a bumper cat for the spot.